from the Stomp event.
Well, my guest today is breaking new ground as the first openly gay country music store in North America. At the tender age of 4, Drake Jensen was bit by the country music bug through his mom's affinity for country singer John Denver, and since then, Drake has been carefully crafting his sound and performing sold-out shows all over the place. After the success of his first single, On My Way to Finding You, Drake is about to release his first full-length album of original material titled Outlaw. He's here today to talk to us about his journey. Drake Jensen, you truly are the definition of a trailblazer.
Well, thank you, sir.
Well, no, it's really a commendable thing. I think this day and age, as homosexuality as a whole is becoming more mainstream, I mean, this is right in line with what people want.
Yep, absolutely. I think there's a huge movement now, don't you? Like really,
I think so.
With Obama's inauguration speech and stuff like that.
Well, I don't know what it is, but all I know is that you were also named one of 50 most influential gay people in the world.
Yes.
It wasn't just, it was the world, right?
Yeah, it was our coming out story that was named like one of the most influential of 2012. Because it was pretty groundbreaking when I came out in country music, because there's really not any other people that have done that. So that was one of the things they took notice of.
Right up there with Ellen and Anderson, eh?
Yeah, I want to be on Ellen, so she's watching. She better get me on the show.
Yeah, well, he's on our little show right now, and we're really happy to have you here.
Well, thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
No, yeah, absolutely. Come back anytime. So, I mean, I think it's a good thing that you didn't hide your sexuality, but when you were first starting out, because of all the tough guy stereotypes in country, did you consider doing that at all?
No, because I made that mistake once and I ended up married.
Well, we wouldn't want that again.
To a woman, Not that it was a bad experience and everything in life happens for a reason, but, I came from a small coal mining town. It was very, very straight. And it just, after that experience of coming out once, I wanted to come out right away and just right from the get-go, let people know.
And just for the record, you are married again now, right?
Yeah, I'm married to a man this time. I got it right this time.
Yeah, got it right.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations on that. That's all the rage too. So you're up on all the current gay trends, aren't you, Drake?
For an old guy, apparently, yes.
Old guy.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I know your mom got you into country music when you were quite young. Has it always been country for you, or when you found you could sing, were you looking at where you could go with it?
I've done everything. Like I've been, no, that's music we're talking about.
Okay.
Well, everything else too, but we'll talk about that
Music
later. Shut
today.
the camera off.
Yeah.
No, but yeah, I think I did rock for about 8 years.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, because my voice, I have a pretty high voice, and when I was younger, I did a lot. I'm a huge Duran Duran fan. I played in a Duran Duran kind of cover band.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, and I played a lot of rock stuff, so it wasn't always country.
So how did you find your country niche? Was that always your love, or?
Yeah, I went back to singing country as I got a little older, because your voice tends to change. It gets a little lower.
Okay.
And country just fit for me, because I grew up on it. And then Cape Breton's big on it, like Celtic and country.
Yeah, well, it's working. I mean, you're blowing up everything. I mean, the success you've seen recently is crazy.
It's awesome, yeah.
It's awesome. And I think that probably being the first gay country artist has opened so many fans to you. People probably think in country it would limit them, but I think the opposite, because so many people that like country didn't have a voice before.
Exactly, and the cool thing is that there's a huge market, like even within the bear community, and I hate to start talking about labels, because I think we over-label ourselves even in our own community, but the bear community has really responded very well. So there's a lot of country music fans within the bear community. And I think on that alone, I can make a career, which is really, really cool.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm trying to focus on what you're saying, but I'm getting distracted by your awesome music video, which this just came out today, didn't it? It just doesn't matter to you because this is on the internet, so today doesn't matter. But it's new. Watch it.
Yeah. It's
called
When It Hurts Like That.
When It Hurts.
And
Like
I was
That.
expecting a couple of really good cracks about that title.
Well, I'm staying away from them, but I went there in my mind.
Mm-hmm. I did too, probably long before you did. So.
Well, is it not intentional? Hello, you're selling to gay guys.
You know what? Actually, this song was written by an acquaintance of mine in Nashville, Tennessee. And it's interesting what happens in the music business is that, I was on Reverb Nation. He heard my stuff, sent me a message, said, I love your voice.
Yeah.
I went and looked at what he was writing, and I said, has anybody recorded this song? And he said, no. He said, do you want it? I said, yeah. So he held it for me actually for a year, and nobody else recorded it, and we got to record it.
And what is the song about? Because I listened to it, and you do talk about she's in there and he's.
Yeah, well, and I knew I was going to get called on that, and I thought, well, there's she's and he's, but there's also like, we might be gay, but there's also bisexual people that will identify with being with a woman and being with a man. The song's actually about being in a relationship and breaking up, and then that's that make-up sex that you have, and then even when you break up, you still want to have that sex again. Yeah. That's what this was about. So.
And it's not necessarily everything. Everybody always assumes music has to be love, love, love. You could be talking about a different kind of hurt, maybe.
Absolutely, like when it hurts like that.
Yeah, like that.
Yeah, it's like when Boy George talked about, do you really want to hurt me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The other thing is, I think the gay music fans are the ones with the money, right? We're not buying diapers and babysitters, so.
Right. Yeah, and I think, and I think a lot of people are actually buying CDs. A lot of people buy CDs from my website, and a lot of people are downloading, but there's still people that want that actual CD.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's kind of cool.
I'm one of them.
Me too.
Yeah. I'm a dork like that. Do you get married men hitting on you all the time?
Married straight or married gay?
Straight, both, but straight.
No.
Really?
No. Well, I don't know. I'm not. Okay, so here's the story. I'll be very
he's
honest.
got to keep it discreet. That's why.
I'm not the best person about knowing when somebody's hitting on me.
Okay,
and
that's
you guys
fair.
might think that, yes, I'm naive. But yeah, maybe. I have a lot of gay guys that do.
I know obviously gay guys, but I just thought that, the straight, curious married men could see like an opportunity in you that like their beer and their country, and hey, maybe Drake would like to hang out. I don't know. No?
Not yet.
Well,
I'll let you know, though.
Yeah.
Next time I'm on the show, maybe it might have happened by then.
Yeah. Tweet at Drake Jensen if you'd like to hook up and you're straight and curious.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, your husband will love that.
10 messages on Twitter in the past, 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
You also had Willam Belli in one of your videos, or were you in one of his?
Well, it was a collaboration.
It
was my producer that set this awful thought in my head about doing a video. It was supposed to be RuPaul first, and then a mutual friend of ours who knew Willam, it just came up in conversation.
That's awesome.
And we said, Willam? Yeah, sure, because I love Willam. I think Willam's great.
He is great. Tell us about him. Any creepy gossip you can give us about Willam?
No, you know what? Willam's kind of like he's very campy on camera and very funny, but he's a consummate professional.
Yeah.
The one thing about Willam is that, he showed up at the studio, we did our thing, and he showed up for all the shoots and was ready and was very professional with the whole thing. It was a pleasure to work with him. So.
That's good.
Yeah, it was a hell of a lot of fun. I mean, when he was pissing out of the garden hose in the video, if you haven't watched the video yet, go watch the video. Because there's one spot where he's like, he's got the garden hose. Yeah. It looks like he's peeing. And when he turns, it was hilarious. And the funny thing is that what nobody's seen was that he actually came untucked at that part in the scene.
Good thing he was turned away.
Yeah, and they had to shut the camera off, and he had to retuck and then continue with the shoot. So
that's funny. He's good. You're both very good. So that was a great collaboration.
It was fun. Thanks. Yeah.
Now that you're a big name, I mean, obviously everybody's getting to know who you are more and more and more, especially in the U.S. You're going on tour there this fall, are you not?
In the fall, yeah. We're going to do some dates in the U.S.
And you just got back from, where was it?
We were in North Carolina. That's when we shot the video.
In North Carolina. So Americans are country fans, naturally.
Yeah.
But when you were on your way up, did you face any adversity because of the gay thing? Did anybody tell you, you may not want to do this?
It was interesting because I remember I have a publicist that works for me in Canada, and she wrote the press release about me being gay and sending it to radio. And I remember the night before I was really nervous, and I almost wanted to pull out of the whole thing and say, no, let's not do this right now, and let's wait. But I knew better, and just to let it go through. And you know what? I get a lot of radio play across Canada, and nobody took me off their playlist, let's put it that way.
And why would they? And I think it's just, as a gay man, it's finding that balance between, well, if I'm gay and proud, why do I have to write it on my forehead? Mm-hmm. But in your case, because of the country music, I think it fits perfectly to kind of announce it.
The thing is that there was, and as I said before, we were talking off camera, but we shouldn't tell them what we were saying.
Yeah.
But I don't really care what people think about me. Yeah. So a lot of people said I was very, very opportunistic by including the gay thing in the music.
Well, why not?
Well, my answer to that is I wanted to be able to talk about my husband, who is also my manager, when I wanted to, freely, like Tim McGraw talks about Faith Hill.
Yeah.
Right? So in order to do that, unfortunately, and we all know this whole stigma about having to come out and come out and come out and come out. And unfortunately, we still have to do that.
Yeah.
Maybe there'll be a day we won't have to anymore.
Exactly, and that's sort of on par with this show. People have asked me, why are you doing a specifically gay show? You're going to pigeonhole yourself.
Is it a gay show?
Well, no.
I'm on a gay show.
Look at the host. No, but really, why do you want to pigeonhole yourself? And as long as the society cares so much about people's sexuality, why not make some money doing it?
Absolutely. And the thing is, and for me, I'll be very honest with you, it wasn't about the money. I mean, I had a very good job and I could have settled down and my husband has a very good job and we could have lived a very happy life together. It was more about what I realized when I first started. I thought it was a midlife crisis, right? I was having this, thing. I thought, it's andropause or something. But then it got to the point where when we started it and I started to get emails from people across the world that were saying, oh my God, you're such an inspiration. And I got one email from one guy that said, oh, I didn't kill myself tonight because I watched your video.
Aww.
And I guess I knew then it was like, I said to my husband, I said, I think we're doing something a lot bigger than we thought we were doing.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, and it was like big, momentous things like that. And people have said to me, oh, did you get any awards yet? Or are you on the charts yet? I'm like, no, but I've gotten something much bigger than that.
Yeah, it's not always about that. And I just can't believe that, 2013 and you are the first notable gay country star.
Yeah, there's been others. There's another guy out west. But we were the first ones that actually went on an international scale and actually created a video that showed two men in it embracing, which was huge in country. It actually made the news in Knoxville, Tennessee. We made a radio talk show. And
wow.
Yeah, it was amazing to hear all these people calling in and all the haters were calling in. Because what happened was I had this explosion of people from Knoxville, Tennessee that called in, that's liked my Facebook page.
Yeah.
I said, where's this coming from? And it was coming from the talk show.
Wow. Yeah, I was going to ask, because of country being so, dominated by straight men and homophobes, or that's what you think anyway, have you had an increase in the haters because of that?
No, I don't get a lot of that.
Yeah.
Not yet. I mean...
Well, I think the world as a whole is becoming more accepting, and that's probably a large part of why.
Yeah, I think with major things like it's happening in the U.S. right now, there's a major movement. There's a huge LGBT movement with Obama and his last speech. It was major for us. And it wasn't... People don't realize it affects the whole world, not just the USA.
No, absolutely.
Yeah.
So, I'm asking about all these haters. I'm really just looking for some dirt, Drake. Can you give us a crazy story from on the road, or did anything wild ever? Do you ever get panties thrown at you, or jock straps, maybe?
No, it's not. I get lots of interesting emails. Okay. I got one guy that told me that he printed out my picture for Twitter and he was going to have to laminate it.
Well, that's flattering.
And at first I read it and I was like, and I said to Sean, I said, he's laminating my picture. And he's like, Drake. I'm like, oh my God.
Poor guy can't afford a frame.
Really? I'm like, oh my God. But it was kind of funny.
And flattering.
I liked it.
Let's be honest. Yeah,
I liked it. I thought, hey, do whatever you want as long as it's making you feel good.
Yeah. If anybody watching would like a laminated picture of Drake and I, please send us a tweet and we'll be happy to send one to you.
Yeah.
Let's see how many requests we get.
How many tweets we're going to get. Drake Jensen, guys. Drake Jensen.
Okay, but you may have to pay for it. Over 10, you have to pay.
I'll give you 10%.
Okay.
Deal.
Just like our sponsor, Sexy Pucker. If you visit sexypucker.me/Jesse, you can get a 10% discount. Okay. So you have an upcoming CD. Now we're going to get to business called Outlaw. Clever title. Mm-hmm. Was that planned for how long?
Well, I was starting to feel very rebellious because there was a lot of people that were saying, you're country and you're gay and it doesn't fit. And I'm like, yeah, well, the hell. I don't care.
Yeah.
And I am kind of considered an outlaw and very trailblazing kind of pioneer in the industry.
Absolutely.
And so I thought, what better title? There's no song on the actual CD that's Outlaw. That's just the name of the CD.
Yeah. Well, I think it's a great name. I mean, there couldn't be a perfecter? More perfect.
You just made a new word.
There you go. It's my show. We can do what we want.
I like it, yes.
So do any of your songs on Outlaw have any overtly gay themes, or they do? Yeah,
actually we're going to probably do a short film this year that's going to be put out to the LGBT film festivals.
Oh, great.
And there's a song on the CD called Chakota, Oklahoma, and it was written about, the typical things. This is what people in Canada, we're so liberal here and we're so used to being able to do whatever we want and get married and hold hands. In the States, you can't do that. But so we wrote the song with this gay cowboy in Chakota, Oklahoma who can't come out, who wants to come out and struggles with that. And we're going to do probably a 45-minute short film in the U.S. on the song. So it's
That'll be great.
Yeah, it'd be a lot of fun. So that's really the only song on the album that's very blatantly gay.
Okay, yeah, but there's nothing that would alienate your female fans, like, oh, bend over, I want to fuck you in the ass.
You know,
or-
no.
Okay.
No, and I think, some of my female fans they've been woofed at and everything on my face. Oh yeah, they're all good with that. I mean, I gotta say one thing, Jesse, I got the best fans, man.
Do ya?
Yeah, like I've got the best fans. Even my social media special, she said to me, Drake said, you have the best fans. And it's very true. So thank you, everybody out there who's watching. I love you.
Yeah, we love. Even, I mean, you tweeted us that you were coming on the show, and we got all kinds of likes and oh, I love Drake.
Yeah,
so yeah,
awesome. Thanks,
you
guys.
do. They got your back.
I paid them. Sorry.
We'll cut that. Dan, you write all your own songs or match?
I write some, and then people send me stuff.
And then you get to pick.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah. I write when I need to say something.
Yeah, well, it's a good outlet. And you're going to be singing for us, so make sure if it's not attached to this clip, we're going to have a clip of Drake performing. What are you going to be singing for the lovely people?
Fast Enough for Me.
Fast Enough for Me?
I
Wow.
did write this one with two friends of mine, actually, Tia McGrath and Tommy Parham, who are my co-writers, and I've written a lot of stuff with them, and we kind of got together and got drunk and wrote this.
I really like that title, Fast Enough for Me. I could think of many things it could be about.
Me too.
What's it about?
Fast Enough for Me? I know what's in your mind.
Yeah,
that's just because we're drinking, though. Fast Enough for Me is just about, how the world's like really, really quick, and everybody's trying to get everything done at the same time, and everybody's stressed out. And, it's all about just kicking back and loving somebody. Yeah.
That's good. Well, I want to thank you very much for chatting with me.
Most welcome. It's been a pleasure.
You're welcome back anytime. Drake Jensen, visit drakejensen.ca for tour info, album info.
Yep.
Make sure you can pre-order Outlaw now, so make sure you do that. Do we have an actual release date for it?
Yeah, February 12th, but I think there's only about 10 copies left of the actual.
Well, so you have to wait.
Yep.
Or just wait till it's on YouTube and listen for free.
Oh, hey, they got to buy it.
No, you have to buy it.
You have to buy it.
drakejensen.ca. Also follow Drake Jensen on Twitter and Facebook, and be sure to check out his performance coming up right now.
Brought to you by Sexy Pucker. Visit sexypucker.me and get your kisses on.
These days love comes quick. Find a date with just a click. All it takes is dinner for two, then they're moving in with you. I was raised on country things, slow walks and front porch swings. Got someone who likes my pace, and that's fast enough for me. Everybody's trying to get her done, and I'm just here lying in the sun. Long slow kiss on a sandy beach, and that's fast enough. Fast enough, the sunset driving my old Jeep, my baby's hand upon my knee. And I don't know what you might like, but that's fast enough for me. Try to tame the corporate beast, don't interest me the least. I got a seed and a row to hoe, and a little love is gonna make it grow. Got enough to get me by, I like the taste of humble pie. I got a job at Joe's Garage, and that's fast enough for me. Everybody's trying to get her done, and I'm just here lying in the sun. Long slow kiss on a sandy beach, and that's fast enough. Fast enough, sunset driving my old Jeep, my baby's hand upon my knee. And I don't know what you might like, but that's fast enough for me. I was raised on country things, slow walks and front porch swings. George Strait song on the radio, that's fast enough for me. Everybody's trying to get her done, and I'm just here lying in the sun. A long slow kiss on a sandy beach, and that's fast enough. Fast enough. Sunset driving my old Jeep, my baby's hand upon my knee. And I don't know what you might like, but that's fast enough, fast enough. Everybody's trying to get her done, and I'm just here lying in the sun. Long slow kiss on the sandy beach, and that's fast enough for me.